Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Jane again, and this is another one of my teacher talks video in a series for part of my Tech Talk Tidbit series, but this time we're sitting down with one of our BLA teachers. So I'm going to pass this over to my friend and colleague, Ashley Badgett.
Hi, I'm Ashley Badgett, a member of LTT, and I would like to highlight Drew Wardorf. She is a graduate of the Blended Learning Academy. She also is a teacher at Hartwell Elementary, 7th and 8th grade science teacher. And she is one of the first of 10% of teachers to achieve the Distinguished Educator Award. So we're excited to talk to her about what she's done during this remote learning time. So Drew, tell us about what you did and how you did it.
Okay, so we are a 4-teacher team. We have a social studies, ELA, math, and science teacher that teaches 7th and 8th grade. And so we decided to create a group so that all 4 of us could have equal access to post and create assignments. And then what we did, so we created this group, Hartwell Online Learning. And we wanted this group to be a place where everything related to distance learning was housed. So any sort of update we wanted to give, any announcement, that's what we did here. So each week we had a project that we created collaboratively on Padlet, and we took the link and we would post it right in the updates. So students would see that right away. It also had all of the instructions and references to our office hours and to our weekly assignments. And those were housed right here in this resource folder. So under resources, we all had a different office hour, and each link was housed in this folder. So if a child was having an issue, say, with the science for that week or the math, they would click directly on this link and it would take them to the Google Meet for that time with that teacher. So those were there. And then each week, every subject teacher posted a link to some sort of enrichment activity that was put forth by the district. So for example, for science, we use Discovery Ed. So each week the students would click and they would see which topic they were working on. They would go directly to this link, which would take them out to Discovery Education. ELA did the same thing with Think Circa and Success Maker. Math used Khan Academy, and our social studies teacher would link to TCI. After they would do those assignments, they would then work on that weekly project. And those had Google Sheets that were sent directly to the teachers.
Very nice.
Yeah. Hey, I was looking at that and I'm just thinking, like, you guys are really just kind of doing like what a lot of teachers are asking for, app smashing. You've got Padlet built into your core curriculum tools, TCI, and talk to me a little bit more about like how you're making Schoology and all that work together in that kind of app smashing style.
Yeah, so we sort of think anytime, we collaborate, we always think about, well, what are we already using and what's the easiest way to distribute those resources to students? So we decided to use Schoology because we all 4 have been using it previously in the year. And so it was a format that kids would be used to. And Schoology just has a really good way of allowing you to add external resources, but in a format that kids understand and know how to navigate. So for us, Schoology is more about a place for kids to go and then, redirections and be redirected to something outside of Schoology.
Well, I remember in the beginning of the Blended Learning Academy, you were not a big fan of Schoology. So tell us your analogy and how you adopted to Schoology.
Yeah, so Schoology's always been this really scary creature to me. I like to consider Schoology sort of like the learning process of skiing versus snowboarding. So skiing's like really easy in the beginning, but to get really good at skiing takes a lot of time. And snowboarding there's a really big learning curve right up front. And a lot of people are like, oh no, not for me. I'm not going to push forth. But if you do, once you learn it, it's really fun and you can get pretty good at it. So I would say that Schoology is like snowboarding because that initial learning hump is just kind of intimidating at times, but once you figure out how it works, it's just incredibly resourceful, and it just really provides a way for teachers to collaborate and get their students involved digitally.
All right, and well, thank you so much for that walk through and talk through in your resources. I do just want to back up a little bit of what you said. I love how earlier you described Schoology as a landing platform and distribution platform. And so I think you've really shown how your team came together and collaborated and put this together in a way that worked for you, and pooled all your resources together. So I love the collaboration, the teamwork, the use of core district technology, curriculum tools, along with creative other approved tools like Padlet. And so I think you're just a great example to everybody. I especially love your analogy. So thank you so much for sitting down with us to walk us through and talk us through how you have been doing this. And congratulations on being a level 1 distinguished educator.
Thanks.
You're welcome. If you want to see more stories like this, click on my playlist. We're featuring teachers from all different areas. And so there are more of these for you to view and more to come. Thanks for watching and have a good evening or day or morning, whatever time you're watching this. Bye, everybody.